What's up, everybody? Back here with another video. Now, if you've been following along with the channel, you know that Nicole and I just bought a property up in Baltimore, and we're doing what's called a BRRR strategy. So this was the first week that we started construction. So what we did was we actually put the security cameras up. Yesterday we finished demo and I did a walkthrough with my contractor. So I'm gonna show you all what that looks like, what the property looks like after demo. And then we're gonna take you along every step of the way from beginning to end of this project. So we wanna show you all what the BRRR strategy really looks like from beginning to end. So with no further ado, let's go check out the property. And real quick, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. Now let's get going. Let's go. All right, guys, so we just got to the property. We have done demo. If you can see, it looks a little different in here. We've taken up the baseboards, taken out the chair molding. We have, this wall is going to be removed. The reason we haven't demoed it yet is because it is actually a load-bearing wall. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put up a beam up here. And when we put the beam up here, we're gonna put up two posts, one here and one over there to support the beam and the weight of the roof. The reason we're doing that is because we wanna open that kitchen up so that it is completely open between the kitchen and the actual living room, which is here. So that's something that you all definitely wanna keep in mind when you're knocking down walls. When you're doing renovations, you want to make sure that the wall you're knocking down is not a load-bearing wall. So if you take a look at the kitchen, we've taken out all the cabinets, all the appliances. The oven is still here, but we're actually going to give that to one of the contractors. Pretty much simple. We're actually going to take out this framing up here too. We don't need this. We don't need this here. So just real quick, we're gonna have cabinets here. We're gonna have an island over here. We're gonna have cabinetry up top. The oven is gonna be, the gas line is gonna be moved over here, and the sink is gonna be over here. Now here's the bathroom. It looks a lot different, right? We've demoed all the tile, took all the tile out, the actual sink and vanity is gone. We're gonna replace that light right there. We kept the tub. The tub just needs to be reglazed. What that means is to reglaze the tub, they just pretty much put a new coating on top of the tub. It'll make it look brand new. It's cheaper than buying a new tub. You know, you may save $100 by reglazing it as opposed to buying a new tub, but you also have to consider installation of that new tub. So we won't have to install a new tub. So we're gonna save probably $300 there. Then we're gonna drywall and tile the shower. The bedrooms, not much demo in here. I mean, we really just took up the baseboards. We're gonna put carpet down in here. The windows are pretty good. We're gonna replace that ceiling fan, and that's pretty much it. Same thing in here, the second bedroom, we're gonna do the same thing here as well. So you're probably thinking like, you know, Vernon, why did you all demo so much of the property? The reason we take so much out of the property is because we want to make sure the property is done correctly once we finish. When we rent this property out, we don't want to have a lot of maintenance issues. So we make sure the plumbing is done. We typically install new plumbing. We make sure the electrical is good. We install new HVAC, heating and cooling. We do all of this because we want to make sure we're not going to have a lot of headaches later down the road. So we spend the money now so we don't have to come back later and do a lot of maintenance calls. So that's why we demoed so much, and that's why we're redoing so much of this house. Let's go check out the basement. So if you see here, this here is obstructing the head height to go down the stairs. Now we're gonna finish all of this, but we're gonna have to demo this here, take all of this out so that when you walk down the stairs, you're not hitting your head. I've already hit my head on this at least once. So we're gonna have to take this out so that we don't have any head height clearance issues when you're going down or coming up the stairs. And actually what this is actually the closet to their bedroom over here. So when we get rid of this, we're going to essentially just add another closet over here. Or we may just cut out right here, eliminate that, and leave the upper part of the closet there. But you'll see when we're done. All right, so we demoed the basement. It was already half demoed already. This is the beam that is causing the first level to be unlevel. So we're going to have to jack this up and put a new, with these beams. What's it called?
Chims. We're gonna
Chims. Okay. And replace this. See the big crack in there. So that needs to be done. I mean, these bedrooms here are pretty much standard what they are. Same thing in here, another bedroom. Hey, Melinda, I think we can get rid of that too. I mean, do you want to do it now or do you want to do it later? The baseboard? Yeah, we can get rid of this here because we're going to do central AC and heat. And the weird thing is that furnace is not even old. It's just not, there's no exterior condenser. So there's no AC, it's just a heat furnace. So, and then the bathroom will be redone too. We left the toilet there so that the contractors have a place to use the bathroom. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? So I just wanted to finish the video off with explaining to you all the numbers of this deal and what this deal looks like. Many people have been sending me comments or sending me questions about what the finances look like regarding this transaction, because you all want to go out there and eventually do this as well. So just to disclose to you all what the process looks like. The purchase price was $38,000, $38,500 to be exact. Now, with that being said, we did go out and secure commercial financing, or actually hard money financing. And that hard money financing required us to put $14,000 down. So that was our down payment. So we put $14,000 down on a $38,000 home. Now, that's not all. We also have to fix the property up. Now, the budget for the property is $45,000. But the bank gave us an additional $5,000 for a construction reserve just in case we go over budget. So the total construction budget is $50,000. So you take the $38,000 plus the $50,000, which equals $88,000, and that was what the total purchase price is. $38,000 plus the $50,000. Now, the bank required us to put $14,000 down. So if you're looking at what we had to take out in a loan with that bank, you take the $38,000 plus the $50,000 minus the $14,000. Now, once you do that calculation, that comes up to $74,000, and that's what the bank gave us as a loan. Now, what that means is the bank gave us the money that we needed to buy the property and the money to renovate the property, and required us to put $14,000 down. Now, that's not all. when you buy a property, you also have to pay closing costs. So in this case, the reason why we were able to get the property for such cheap is we agreed, or one of the reasons was because we agreed to pay the seller's closing expenses. So we actually put up another $8,000 for settlement charges. Now those settlement charges include many things. They include your title work, they include your title insurance, they include your settlement fee that the title company charges. They also included the points that we had to pay to the bank. We paid 2 points to the bank, and then any other miscellaneous fees throughout a transaction, which came up to an additional $8,000. So all in, we paid $14,000 down plus an additional $8,000 in settlement charges, and that came up to a total of $22,000. So out of pocket, we had to put up $22,000, which isn't bad considering we own a property, or will own a property completely renovated, and the loan amount will be $75,000. Now, once we're done the work, the property will be worth $175,000. Now, we have already had an appraiser come in and appraise the property based on the plans that we plan on doing to the property. So the property will be worth $175,000. We'll own a property for $175,000. We'll have a loan of only $75,000, so we'll have $100,000 in equity into the property. Now, let's talk about the rental side of it. The rental side, we're going to be renting that property out for $1,550, $1,600, somewhere around there. It'll be a 4-bed, 2-bath. We'll be able to get that all day. We may go Section 8, we may not. We really don't need to because the property is very close to a university. So we feel confident that we'll have a renter in there, no problem. And on top of that, the property will be done by the end of the summer. So we'll be able to lock in a renter within the hot rental season, which is the spring, summer, and fall. So with that being said, we're going to be bringing in anywhere from $1,550 to $1,600 a month. Now we'll have a loan currently of $75,000, but we have to do a refinance. So once we're done with the work, we're done with the construction, once we secure a tenant, we're going to do a refinance. Now that refinance, we're not 100% sure of how much we're going to refinance for, but considering we have so much equity in the property, we'll have no problem refinancing the deal, not only to cover the $75,000 loan amount that we currently have, but also to pull out our $22,000 that we had to put down. So if you had $75,000 plus $22,000, I'm sorry, $74,000, that's the loan amount, plus $22,000, that's $96,000. $96,000 is what we expect to refinance for, at least once we're done the property, which we'll have no problem doing because the property will be worth $175,000. Now, really quick, when you're doing a refinance, and what we're going to be doing specifically is a cash out refinance, most banks will allow you to refinance up to 70% of the value of that property. Now, in this case, the property will be worth $175,000. We're going to do a refinance. 70% of that is $122,000. So we have up to $122,000 that we'll be able to pull out of the property. Now, we're probably not going to pull that much out. We're probably just going to pull out what we put into it, which would be the $22,000 plus the $75,000 to pay off the loan, which is $96,000. But I just want to share with you all what the numbers look like so you all could see exactly how to structure the deal, or how to identify if this will be a good deal for you all in the future to execute the BRRR strategy. So hopefully this little last 5 minutes of the video was able to help you all understand the numbers and will guide you all in the right direction when you're deciding to pull the trigger on purchasing your first BRRR strategy. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Until the next video, peace.